Right. South Korea's stock market just had its worst week in years, down over 6%, and it's dragging global tech with it. Oil spiked past 100, diamonds warning bubble. Stick around, Monday's name is at the end. Futures are mixed into Monday. Nasdaq futures down over 1% after this week's tech rout. S&P futures barely moving. Dow futures actually firmer. Offshore, the Nikkei's off 2.5%, Hang Seng lower, London up nearly 1%.
This was the week the AI trade wobbled. Chipmakers led the slide. Micron, Marvell, Broadcom all down hard, while oil spike to $100 a barrel spooked everyone all over again.
Here's the consensus story. Korea's chipmakers got hammered on fears everyone's chasing the same AI capacity, and the whole region caught it. Nikkei, Hang Seng, Nifty, all red this week. 6.3% in a week. That's the Korea ETF, EWY, and it's the single biggest mover on my board this weekend, bigger than anything in the US. On the chart, EWY closed at 163. 160 is the round number floor everyone's watching. Lose that Monday, and the AI overcapacity story gets a lot louder.
Now, Jamie Dimon's out again, saying he wouldn't buy stocks or bonds at these prices. Same words as spring, still true. Bulls call it caution from the top. Bears call it the smartest man in the room ringing the bell. Oil actually touched $100 a barrel midweek, the highest since the last supply scare, before easing back. That's the number that pushed the tech sell-off from a dip into a rout.
USO's down 2% just this morning, giving some of that spike back. If oil keeps fading into the week, the inflation scare story quietly disappears.
Right, the Monday name to watch is coming. But first, weekend crypto, because that market never actually closes for anyone.
Bitcoin's sitting around 64,500, up modestly over the weekend. Ether's near 1,900, up more. Neither one cares that Wall Street's closed.
Right, the name I promised you, Shopify. It's down nearly 40% from its high, but the crowd underneath is quietly flipping bullish.
37.6% off the top. That's the drawdown on Shopify right now. The kind of number that either screams value trap or oversold gift, depending which way Monday opens.
The herd's leaning up on this one. 82% agreement. Crowd conviction building under a beaten down stock. That's the setup, not a prediction.
On the chart, that's the oversold signal, the crowd gauge, and both moving averages stacked together. One screen, no guessing. This is analysis, not advice, but it's exactly why Shopify is on my watch list for Monday. So, Monday's story. Does Korea's rout spread, or was it a one-week wobble? Watch EWY's 160 floor, watch oil, and keep Shopify on your radar. Free on the App Store, link below. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.